Hello, this is Daniel Plays. My name is Daniel, and in this video, we're gonna make Minecraft look like this. That's right, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make Minecraft look like this. Now don't worry, all of the packs that I use to make Minecraft look like this are free to download. In this video, I will teach you step by step how to actually set up the packs the correct way to make Minecraft look this good. Now of course, if you're into Minecraft videos like this one, then be sure to hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell notification right next to it. I would sincerely appreciate that. Also check out my Instagram and Twitter page. And then without further ado, let's move on to the tutorial. Now, one last thing before we get started, you will need a pretty decent computer for this to actually work. My computer is half decent, it can run this pretty well. So if you're curious about my PC components and equipment, be sure to check out the link down below in the description. Now, of course, the first thing to do is to install OptiFine because we're going to be using shaders to actually make Minecraft look that good. Now, to download and install OptiFine, you can use the links down below in the description or just open up your browser and go to optifine.net. This should bring you to this website right here. Then you want to come over to downloads, just select the latest version. If the latest version is no longer 1.16.5, if you're watching this video somewhere in the future, then of course you can just use the latest version of OptiFine and then also download the latest versions of the other packs that we're going to be using in this video. So once you're over on this page, just click download. This will take you to an ad page where you just have to wait 5 seconds for this skip button to appear, which you then just click. Then open up a new tab because this tab will redirect you to another ad once you actually click download. Come back over to this tab right here, click download right here, and then close this tab real quick. As you can see, the download has started. Now because we're on Chrome, we're going to get this warning. Just click keep, and then you should be able to just click it and an installer should pop up looking just like this. Now, of course, if you run into problems during this installation process, which does happen, then be sure to check out my video in the top right corner right now, where I teach you how to install OptiFine and also tell you what to do when it doesn't work. But for this video, I'm just going to assume it does work already and you just have to click install now. Then click OK right here, and OptiFine has just been installed into Minecraft 1.16.5. Now the next thing we're going to do is download two packs that I put down below in the description. The first one is called Complementary Shaders, which is an edit of BSL shaders. A quick Google search for Complementary Shaders should just take you to the CurseForge page for Complementary Shaders. Now do note that this pack comes with both a resource pack and a shader pack, so we'll need to unpack the download file before we can actually use it. So once you're on this page, scroll down a little to where you see recent files, and under 1.16 just click this download button right here. This will take you to another ad page where you have to wait 5 seconds once again, but the download should start automatically after that. As you can see, we have now successfully downloaded Complementary Shaders. So now that we've downloaded the shader pack, we're actually going to download a texture pack or a resource pack that is called NAPP, Not Another Photorealistic Pack. Just do a quick Google search for NAPP resource pack or use the link down below in the description. Come over to the CurseForge one right here. I personally feel like that one is easier to download. So once here, you can scroll down to recent files, and once again under 1.16 click download right here. Once again, we'll have to wait 5 seconds for this download to start, but after that it should automatically start downloading. Now do note this is a pretty large download, so you might actually need to wait a few minutes if you have slow internet like me. So we have now finally downloaded both files. So what I'm going to do is drag these over to our desktop to make it a lot easier to actually see what we're doing. So here we are, the files are over on the desktop right here. I'm going to launch Minecraft 1.16.5 but with OptiFine, of course, which you do by selecting the OptiFine profile right here, or going over to installations and selecting it there, because this is where you can actually find profiles way easier. So click play on the OptiFine profile. You might actually get a warning if this is your first time using 1.16.5 OptiFine. That's just something new Mojang decided to implement, but you can just click agree or play or something like that. Nothing has changed and everything will still work. Now if you come over to options, go over to video settings and come over to shaders. This should be empty if you've never used shaders before. If you have, then of course there might be some other shaders here, but what you want to do is click shaders folder right here, which should open your shaders folder. Now what you want to do is open up the complementary shader file, which actually includes both complementary resources and complementary shaders. We only want complementary shaders. You can use the resources with it, but that is not the pack that I've shown you in the intro, and that is probably the pack you do want. So just drag the complementary shaders over to the shader packs folder, which will add it to this shader packs folder. Don't unzip it, just leave it as a .zip file, which it is, as you can see here. So we can close this one now, and actually now that we're here, we can very easily switch over to resource packs by clicking .minecraft right here, going over to resource packs, and then dragging in the NAPP free pack right here. We don't need to change anything, that is it. Now you can close this window, come back into Minecraft, and as you can see, we have complementary shaders, and if we go over to resource pack right here, we have NAPP. That is perfect. So now that both files are in Minecraft, I'm going to open up a new world and actually show you how to set up these packs to look like they did in the intro. So I'm here in my Minecraft world, and what we're going to do now is first we're going to enable the resource pack. Now this is a 512 pixel resource pack, so it's going to be pretty tough on your system, but it should run okay if you have a fairly decent and modern PC or laptop. So come over to options, resource packs, just click this arrow on the NAPP pack and click done and wait for it to load. So if we come back into Minecraft, as you can see, you can clearly tell that we're using high definition textures. Now, the next step would be to actually add the shaders, and then the last part is to actually configure them correctly to actually work with this texture pack. So come over to your game menu again, options, video settings, and shaders, and now click the complementary shaders. Now, if this is slow for you, you can also do this whilst in the main menu, so it doesn't have to load everything real time, because as you just saw, it might freeze your game. So there we go, we are now running Minecraft with this cool texture pack and shader pack. So if we take a look at some really cool blocks, some of my favorite are the metallic blocks like gold. I mean, look at that. That is just really, really cool. That looks so realistic. And then the lapis, as you can see, looks very, very cool as well. But it's not perfect yet because the textures don't have self-shadowing and stuff like that just yet. So that is the last part. That's the last thing we're going to be adding right now. To do that, go into your game menu, options, video settings, shaders, and then in the bottom right corner there's a button here called shader options. What you want to do is go over to materials right here. Advanced materials should be enabled by default, and all of these settings are set correctly because we need lab PBR. That's important. Now all of the things that we need to change are under this button, under this category right here, normal map related settings. So enable parallax occlusion mapping, enable self-shadowing. Then we need to set the parallax quality to 512 because our pack is 512 pixels. And then you can change these settings to whichever setting you like. Well, not entirely, but somewhat. So a parallax depth of 0.5 works really well, but if you actually want some more depth, you can increase this all the way to 1 or 1.5. I wouldn't go beyond that because beyond that it will just look stupid and the textures will look really weird and stretched. So I'm going to go with 1 for this, and then I also like to set parallax distance a little further to 24 or 32. And then the setting I usually also enable is directional light map, and then you just click done. This might take some time, it might freeze again, but then once you get back into the game, you now have every effect you saw in the intro with shadows on the little pebbles that you can see in the dirt here. There's depth on the textures, the gold block. I mean, look at that line right there. And these shadows in the block textures actually change with the rotation of the sun. So that is super cool. I'm always a huge fan of stuff like this, so that's why I really felt like sharing this with you guys. I've done this before for an older version of Minecraft and it was very well received, so I thought I'd do an updated video with another updated, even higher quality pack. And most importantly, all of these packs are free, so you don't have to pay anything. No Patreon only stuff like that. So this is all free. You can follow the links down below in the description to actually replicate and get this in your game. So that's been it for this video. If you actually did enjoy this video, then of course be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would sincerely appreciate that. If you like content like this and would like to see it pop up on your homepage more regularly, then you know what to do. Hit that big red subscribe button, and then I will, as always, of course, catch you in the next one. See ya!